Morning,
Sir,
guys. In the last session, we discussed about the requirement of our second mini project, guys, right? And you guys has done some analysis also regarding this second mini project. This second mini project is basically our user management, guys. So in every application user management is very common thing, right? So in every application user management is very common thing. So for that user management we need to analyze the database and we need to develop the code also. So this is the requirement. So I hope that people don't have any doubts on the requirement part, and yesterday class completely we have done analysis on the requirement only. Database, some people completed database analysis, some people completed Java analysis also. When I say Java analysis, so what are the classes and what are the methods that we are going to take in order to complete this project. All right, now, so here let me tell you my database analysis for this project. Okay, what are the database tables we are going to take for this project? So if you see here in this project, if you see in this project, we are having registration page and a login page. For registration page and login page, two tables are not required. Okay, guys, fine. Okay, so it does not mean that for every screen we need to take a separate table. And as discussed in the requirement, we have country, state, city drop downs here. Country, state, city values should be fetched from the database. Country, state, city. So for that, first we need to take one table for the country data. Country master table I am going to take. Inside this, country ID will be available, which is an integer. I will take that as a primary key, and auto increment will be available, and country name I am going to take. So country is one table. In that country table, country ID and country name will be available. Next one, for the states, we are going to take one more table, which is called states master. In the states table, state ID will be primary key, state name will be available, and this state belongs to which country, that country ID we are going to store in the state table, and this country ID we are going to take as a foreign key. Country ID we will take as a foreign key in the table. Country master, to store only countries we are taking one table, that is called country master table. In that, country ID will be available and country name will be available. Country ID is a primary key which is having auto increment. Then states master is available, state ID, state name, country ID. Country ID is primary key in the states table. Which state belongs to which country, we need to maintain association mapping. And the next one, for cities we are going to take one more table, that is the cities table. Cities belongs to state, so in the city table, state ID will be available as a foreign key. So in the cities table, we are going to take the state ID as a foreign key. So in the state table, country ID is a foreign key. In the cities table, state ID is a foreign key. So these are the three tables which are required to maintain the data for our drop downs. And these are dynamic drop downs. Country master, states master, and the cities master is available. Okay, so country ID, country name, states master, state ID, state name, country ID is a foreign key. In the cities master, city ID, city name, state ID is a foreign key. So based on the country, you can get the states. Based on the state, you can get the cities. So these three tables are master tables, or we can say static tables. In these three tables, we need to insert the data manually. Application will not insert the data into these three tables, guys. Our application is not going to insert the data into these three tables. Manually, we need to insert the data into these three tables by writing SQL queries. These are static tables. These are static tables. And the next one, for user registration, we need one table: name, email, phone number, country, state, city, password. Password will be generated by the application. So to store that password, we need to take one variable, we need to take one column in the database. And user will log in first time. When they log in first time, they need to reset the password. When they log in second time, they no need to reset the password directly. They can access the application. So for user data, I'm going to take one table called user master table. In the user master table, user ID will be available. Okay, in the user master table, user ID will be available, user name, email, password, phone number, and country ID, state ID, city ID will be available. Okay, like this we are going to take multiple columns. Email and phone number field is also available. So that one I'm taking it as a long value. That is a number type basically. So a number type I'm going to take. User ID, which is a primary key, auto increment value, user name, name of the user, email ID, phone number, password. Password user will not enter, guys. Whatever the password we are storing in the database, password will not given by the user. So if you see, application should generate the random password sent to the user email. So to store the password in the database, we are taking one column, and the country, state, city columns we are taking, and these are the foreign keys, right? Country ID will referring to country table, states table, cities table, or directly you can store without relationship also, no problem. With relationship also you can store the data into table. And this is one extra column I'm taking, password updated. So initially password updated will be no. When the user is registered, password updated will be no. When user login into the application for first time, we will check what is the password updated column value. If a password updated column value is no, that means first time user login, then immediately we will display the reset password page. When user updated that password, and we will make that variable password updated as yes. We will make it as a password updated as yes. So once the user password is updated, then he can go for the dashboard. Whether a user is logged in first time or a user is logged in second time, third time, we will understand by using one variable, by using one column in the table that is called password updated column. So whenever, remember, when user register, when user create account in the application, so we are going to generate one random password through Java code, and we will insert the record in the table. We will insert the record in the table, and we will set a password updated column value as no. First time he registered. Okay, he did not logged in. If a password updated column value is no, that means user did not reset the password. So when user login, then we will display this page. In this page, user will update the password. When user is updating the password, then we will set this column value as yes, password updated yes. That means password reset completed. Okay, so password reset yes or password reset no. You can take any column name. Password reset status also you can take it. Password reset status. Whether did he reset password or not? Yes or no? Password reset. Yes or no? If it is yes, then display dashboard. If it is no, display the reset password page. So this is the user table that we need for our application. When user registered, record will be inserted. Password, Java code will generate a password, will set it to the user, and the password will go to the user in the email. And password reset will be no. When the password reset is no, when user login, we will check the status of the password reset. If it is no, display this page. If it is yes, then display dashboard page directly. Are you guys able to follow me? Are you guys able to follow me?
Yes, sir, we can follow. Sir, I have one doubt. Can you answer for that, please?
Yes, sir.
Actually, I'm a Java developer who worked on Spring Boot.
Okay.
In my current company, they are telling me to work on the Groovy language now. Is it fine to work?
Yeah, sir. As a software engineer, you should not stick to one technology. If they are asking you to switch that, you need to upgrade.
But how about like these things and all will won't come in that? scenarios are
So
like
it's not
GRTP?
permanently they're asking you to switch or temporary for project requirement.
No, it's a permanent switch.
Then you need to take a decision, sir. I
Okay.
can't comment on that.
No, actually, what happened is like since there was no projects, they told me to sit in bench for a few months. After that, there is a requirement which is on Groovy. So I
Okay.
had the decision whether to go in Groovy or.
Sure, sir. We will talk on this separately. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
you can
Thank you.
send a message to my number. We will discuss afternoon.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, guys, now with this, I'm able to note down what are the database tables we need for our requirement. Now you compare your database analysis is matching with my analysis or not. Country table, states table, cities table, and user master table. In the user master table, only one column for the password and another column password reset. When user register first time, password reset will be no. Okay, then reset password page will display when the user login for first time. We will update that password reset as yes once the reset is completed. Once the password reset is yes, then user will go to the dashboard page directly.
Yeah, Ashok, one thing, Ashok.
Yeah.
Here, yeah, so I also did think the same kind of analysis, but I added one more table called password history to maintain the password track. That is not required for this
No, not
experiment, right?
required, sir. Not required. Only one password we will maintain in one table. If you have separate table, that's not required basically. Why to
Okay.
make it complicated?
So password, so there's no right, the old password you have to check. So that line number 50 will make sure that old password, right?
No,
Password.
sir. Line number 50 just to maintain the status, whether user has done the password reset or not. That's it. It's not for old password. It is just to maintain whether user has done the password reset or not. That's it.
So there's a requirement, right? Like while doing the password reset, we have to check the old password is right and we have to give the new
Old
password.
password already available in this column, right?
Okay.
Your password is already available here. When you reset the password, new password will be updated in the same column.
Okay.
We will update the old password with the new password. Then we will make this column as yes. That means your password reset is completed.
Sir,
Okay.
can we make that one as Boolean, sir, in that case, password reset?
Yeah, you can take it Boolean also, yes or no, that's it.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Sir, we can get rid of country ID and state ID in user master, right?
You need to store the data, right? User belongs to
But
user
based on,
address.
because city ID, we can retrieve those data, right?
Based on the city ID, we can get the state. Based on the state, you can get the country. Yes, you can do that, or you can store all the three in this place also. Anything is fine.
Because these entities are not related to user. I mean, like country ID, state ID, city ID. These
You
are
can maintain the foreign key relationship, no? So whatever the country ID is available, you can keep this as a foreign. This you can keep as generally you no need to store all these three also. If you store only city ID also, that is fine, because city ID will contain the state ID, state ID will contain the country ID.
yeah.
Instead of storing all three, you can store only one also, that is fine.
And the other question is like password reset. So once after like it's becoming true, there is no future significance, right? So is there any other way that we can do that? Because this whole column will not have any future significance after
No,
it.
sir, password reset is only for first time, that's it. No, in the future we don't use it.
Yeah, so this column will be wasted, no, sir, in the future.
We are
So
using first time, na, sir. So this kind of functionality you can see in the AWS also. When you
okay.
log in first time, they will ask you to reset the password. After that, you no need to reset it. It's not waste. We are using for first time, right? So in future, we are not going to use, but first time we need to use that column. Without that column, how do you understand whether user is logged in first time or second time? How do you know that? How do you track it? You can't track it without a column, right?
Yeah.
We need one column.
Here is not any kind of that option. Session is true. User is
Sir,
already
session
logged in.
information for this project, session is not required because there is nothing we are displaying related to user. So session is not required. And even if session is required also, session information we don't store in the database.
Okay, and password change, is it possible? Can we go like given password is not match with last three password. Like we are
That is
that kind of.
yes, this has requirements can be changed like anything. So in this document, I have not given that requirement. Your new password should not match with the old passwords. Then you need to maintain a separate table with all your old passwords. Whenever you update the password, now you need to maintain a separate table with the password.
Okay, I'll try once that work.
Yeah, sure, sure.
Sir, that country ID is not there in the city's master, sir. It is only in the user master, but state ID and city ID is there in both the tables, sir.
No, sir. You need to understand the scenario. This country
Uh-huh.
ID will be there in the states table. State ID will be there in the cities table. Okay. So
Okay.
that is the relationship. Based on the country, states we will get. Based on the state, cities we will get. But when we are storing the data from the form, we will get all these details, right? We will get the country details from the form. We will get the state details, state country ID we will get from the form. State ID we will get from the form. City ID also we will get from the form.
Okay, sir. Okay, makes sense. Yeah.
Okay.
So we have the separate tables also. We have combined table also to
Correct.
combine those data.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Now here, are you guys able to understand the purpose of this line number 50 column? Are you guys able to understand the purpose of password reset column in the table? That
Yes,
is
sir.
used to maintain the information whether user has done the password reset or not. When user registered, that column value will be no. When user login, based on that column, we will decide whether to display reset password page or whether to display dashboard page for the user. Are you clear with my point?
Yes, sir.
Still anybody not able to understand what is the purpose of this column in the table? Still anybody not able to understand the purpose of that column in the table?
Sir? Hello, sir.
Yeah, hi.
Reset password also we are using for forgot password.
No, sir. This is column is different, sir. This is used to decide whether to display reset password page or dashboard page. When user login for first time, so based on that column value, we will display this page or dashboard page. If a password reset is yes, then this page will not come. If a password reset is no, then only this page will come. Once you reset the password, once you update the password, we will update this column value as yes. Then second time when you log in, this page will not come for you. Directly, this dashboard page will come for you. Are you able to follow me, guys? Yes, sir. You got my point, all of you? Yeah, now check it. How many people analysis went wrong from the database side?
My analysis went wrong in user master where the password reset column. Yes, sir. I got clarity now.
Okay. So remaining people, how many people has done the mistake in the DB analysis? Honestly, can you type in the chat box? My analysis got wrong. I want to know how many people has done the wrong analysis for the database. For our application development, what are the tables that we need to take? What are the columns we need to take? DB analysis. How many people has done the mistakes in the DB analysis? Could you please type a message in the chat box? My analysis is wrong, so that I will understand how many people has done the mistake.
Sir, one doubt. Created date and update date, what those two?
Sir, when the record is created, when the record is updated.
These fields are required like any use case are there for these two columns?
Sir, generally in the real time, for every table, these columns will be available.
Okay. When created. Oh, yeah, for tracking purpose. Yeah.
Correct.
Yes. Yeah, actually for me, reset things was not there. password reset.
Yeah, without that column, right, we can't implement this requirement because
Yeah, correct.
we don't know when to display reset password page, when to display dashboard page for the user.
It is one flag kind, depending on that.
Based on that flag, we will check when user
Yes.
login. Based on the flag, we will decide
Yeah.
display reset password page or display that one.
Yeah.
Dashboard page.
Yeah, this is a mistake I did
Okay.
in my
No problem,
analysis.
sir. No problem. It is our learning process. So I have some experience. So I'm giving this analysis. When you are a fresher, all these things you have to learn.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah, so we took.
Guys, now you understand the reality. So if I directly explain, whenever I have given the second requirement directly, I can show you these are the tables we need to create. If I tell you these are the tables we need to create, you will not get the ideas to develop. So always you need to try the things before trainer is going to explain. Then you will know what is your skill set, where you are strong in the project development, where you are weak in the project development. You have to realize first. Now you got some realization. So what is the mistake you guys are doing, sir? What is the problem you guys are facing? Coding is your problem or analysis is your problem?
Analysis.
Analysis. For everybody, the first challenging thing is analysis. Analysis is the problem.
Sir, how to connect with you, sir? Like,
You can
I
send
get
a
the
message
number?
to me, sir. In the group, you can send the admin number is there. You can send a message.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Guys, can you correct your database analysis now?
Sir, one doubt I have.
Yep.
So, country ID, state ID, and city ID, we are taking it as
Your
foreign.
voice is not clear for me, sir. Can you please speak a bit louder?
So, this country ID, state ID, and city ID, instead of taking it is as a foreign key, can we take directly value
You
like
can
city?
take it. You can take the values also if you don't want to establish the relationship. Also, no problem. But
Okay.
better to have the relationship. That is recommended.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Sir, for URL, we are not capturing anything, sir. That is, if
Which
you want,
URL, sir?
that quote, whatever the quote is coming from that
Third
URL,
party
right?
URL. You don't need to store that in the database, sir. It is just a web service call. When you send a request to the third party API, it will give you some response. That response you can show directly in the UI. You don't need to store that in the database. Not required.
Okay.
Sir, if we are taking this as a foreign key, then we need to create an entity for that city
Yes,
master.
sir. We need to create the entities with the relationship. I want to create as a foreign keys only so that you will understand relationship mapping also.
Okay.
So take them as a entities. That is better actually.
Yes.
Sir, instead of password reset, we can also check this created date and updated date. Both are mapping to the same thing. We will return the reset page.
That also we can do, but better to take a separate column, sir. So tomorrow, if we implement a profile update functionality, then our implementation will become wrong.
But initially, we have to log in. We have to log in, sir.
Yes, you can compare those values also, and you can do it. That is another way we can do it. If you don't want to take a separate column, we can check these columns and we can display the reset password page. Yes, guys, I did not get the response in the chat box. How many people has done the mistakes? Come on. Quickly, could you please respond, all of you?
Sir, can there be a table without primary key, sir?
No, sir.
Okay.
When you are creating entity classes, primary key is mandatory.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Without primary key, data JPA will not consider your entity.
Right, sir. Otherwise, we cannot map with other
Yes.
tables, right, sir? Okay.
Yeah, Ashok, one thing, Ashok. So
Yeah.
if you're adding actually more tables, right? I think without our knowledge, adding more tables, how it will be cost with Oracle or SQL in real time? It will be cost, right?
Cost means, so generally for these tables, it does not that much problems are, because in one of my previous project, I have seen 7,000 tables.
Sorry, 7,000 tables.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
So that's not a big deal. And we are the company, in the company, people will use enterprise edition of the Oracle. So I worked on one insurance project in the Deloitte company for 4 years. So in my insurance project, that is a monolithic application.
Okay.
In the 2015 to 2018, I worked on that project. In that project, 7,000 tables are there.
Okay, okay. So it's enterprise edition, right? So
Yes.
they will charge again. So they will charge some, I think some amount, right? For
License is not based on the tables, guys. License is based on the size that they are going to provide you. The
okay.
year license will be available for enterprise. It's not based on the number of tables.
Or they will charge, I think, based on number of queries we do from our application.
No. It's not like that.
Okay.
It's a yearly license. You can file any number of queries. You can create any number of tables. It's up to you.
Okay, constant pay only we have to do
Yes,
like that
constant pay we have to do.
for enterprise edition. Okay.
Okay.
Sir, in MySQL, asset properties are followed, no, sir?
Sir, not only in MySQL, sir, every database will work based on asset properties only.
MongoDB, sir? MongoDB is also asset properties?
Yes.
So one
Come on,
thing,
guys, please respond. How many people has done the wrong analysis? I did not get the message properly. Only 4-5 people are saying that I have done wrong. What about the remaining? All of you done correct analysis?
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. So for this password reset column, so when we are registering the form, at the time
User will not give that column, sir. We need to reset it. We need to set manually. Whenever you are inserting the record, we will set that value as no by default.
I mean, can we send at this
Sorry?
hidden value, or directly we can assign to?
No need of taking hidden field also, sir. Directly you can set before saving the entity. You can set the data.
Yeah, like we are setting created and updated.
Yes.
Okay.
Sir, with the cloud, are the databases are going to be on the physical server, sir, or they will be on the cloud, sir?
Nowadays, mostly companies are using cloud databases.
Right, sir. So for that also, they pay the enterprise fees
Yes,
for that, sir?
They will pay the money for that.
To Oracle, right, sir? Not AWS, right, sir?
No, AWS will charge money to give the database in the cloud.
So
Cloud
they
charges
just pay
will
to,
be there.
they only pay to AWS, right, sir? Not to Oracle, right?
Not to Oracle. We need to pay for AWS. AWS will pay to the Oracle.
Okay, sir. Okay, got it.
also one situation I'm facing, like third party API we are calling. So there is 10 variable on JSON output. Requirement is we need only 6, 4 we don't need. How I can do that without object members? Use of without
You
object.
can take a object with only required variables, then the remaining variables it will skip. So you are getting 10 variables. In your binding class, you take only 4 variables. You can ignore the remaining variables. Whatever the variables are matching with the JSON keys, only those variables data will be stored into your object.
I mean, where I can do that? I mean, that get for entity time or get for object time for
Anyway,
variable,
sir,
or kind of a separate ETO class and then
separate DTO class you need to create and you need to map it. So we are going to do quote API. We are going to do that scenario. Okay. In the quote API, I will show you that scenario.
And one more thing, is it possible to update changes on third party API database?
No, sir. Directly you can't do that.
I mean, if I create
Only
my
calling from the data from third party.
Third party, if they give the method to update the record, then only you can do. Directly you can't connect to their database to update the records.
Sir, from one database to we can move to dev database or UAT database means what and all things we need to change, sir?
Profiles concept will be there in the Spring Boot. Using profiles, you can configure multiple profiles, and which database you want to connect, you can do that.
Okay, like you can create a new database and then we need to change that username and password like that only, no, sir?
Yes.
Only
Yes.
configure properties in the
Configuration properties, application properties, we can create multiple profiles and we can enable particular profile. We can activate a profile.
Okay, sir.
Hello, sir. Can you explain what is this master scenario?
Sorry?
Is this like master, user
Sir,
master?
any data which is important
only
for our application,
mention the
which
name
is
in
called
this.
as a master table.
Okay, so it is not like
No,
root table
just you
for
can keep any name for that, no issue.
no. Okay, because in my previous company we have product master.
Okay, master table means important table. So you can give any name for the table. When I say master, it is important. That's it.
Okay.
So shall we move on now?
Yes, sir.
Guys, you got the clarity on the DB analysis part that I have done?
Yes, sir.
Now coming to Java classes. What are the Java classes we need to take for this project? Okay. So first one, as we are having 4 tables, so for every table, we need to take one entity and we need to take one repository. For a user master table, user.java, which is the entity class. Okay. You can keep like this. User entity.java. Okay, country entity.java. Entity means that is mapped with our database table. Then I'm going to take state entity.java and I'm going to take with city entity.java.
Sir, repo also connected to database, right, sir? I confuse with repo and entities.
Mr. Praveen, I sincerely suggest you to join Spring Boot classes because you have a lot of confusion with the data JPA. The data JPA concepts we will discuss in the Spring Boot classes. I already told you at the starting of the project batch. Spring Boot microservices parallelly you guys need to attend. Right? So you are confused with the entity and repository, then how do you complete the project? And your first project also pending because of this problem only. Are you getting my point?
Right, sir. Right, sir. Yeah, yeah.
So as early as possible, please learn the Spring Boot. Otherwise, there is no use of joining for the project. You will not get the concepts clearly, and you cannot develop the project completely on your own if you are not clear with the Spring Boot topics, especially Spring Boot topics, data JPA. So this is project course, completely project development based on boot and microservices. So boot microservices, anybody who already completed, it is easy for them. Who has not completed, I told you, after the project is started, boot batch also started. So please, at least if you can't attend the live classes, take the videos and go through them. It's very important to have the knowledge on those topics to develop the projects.
Right, sir. Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay. So repository is going to connect with the database. For your question, the answer, repository is going to connect with the database to perform the operations. Repository should perform operations in the which table? That a table will be mapped by using entity class. Entity is a Java class which is mapped with the database table. Repository will provide the methods to perform the operations with the table. You got the clarity now?
Right, sir. Right, sir. Yeah, makes sense, sir.
Okay, so we have 4 tables in our database. We are going to take 4 tables for our application. One is country, state, city, user. For 4 tables, for every table, one entity class will be available and one repository will be available. And one more important concept here, guys. In the first project, I have used one Java class as entity as well as form binding also. But now I am not going to do that. This time I'm going to take a separate binding classes. Okay, separate binding classes. You can call them as bindings, or you can call them as DTOs, or you can call them as POJOs also. To get the data from the login page, I'm going to take one class called loginform.java. This login form DTO or login DTO, we can take any name for that. Login form DTO, something like this. Okay, so earlier counselor object, inquiry object. So because that was our first project, we have taken one Java class which is used as binding object and which is used as entity object also. But now I want to clearly separate them. My entity classes are separate, my form binding classes are separate. For login form data, if you see in the login form, we are having email ID and password. Okay, so for this email ID and password, we are going to take one separate binding object. So which is login form dto.java. Okay, and the next one, registration is available. To map the registration data, I'm taking register form DTO. What is the purpose of this register form DTO? It is used to map the registration form data. When user submit the registration page, that form data will be stored into this object. Register form DTO.java, login form DTO.java, and similarly we have reset password also. Reset password form DTO.java. DTO.java, and another one is third party API response. Quote API response will be available. So I'm going to take one more Java class which is used to store third party API response. Quote API response DTO.java. Quote API response DTO.java. So there are 4 entity classes available, 4 repository interfaces available. And when it comes to the forms development, for registration form binding, to capture the registration form data, I'm taking register form DTO.java. To capture login form data, I'm using login form DTO.java. To capture reset password page data, reset password form DTO. And to get the third party API response, I'm taking one more class, quote API response DTO.java. So in the first project, our development style, in the second project, our development style is different. Because in the first project, I used counselor class as an entity as well as a binding. But in the real time, always we need to maintain form binding classes, entity classes separately for loosely coupling. For loosely coupling, our form binding classes and our entity classes, we need to maintain separately, guys. Are you guys clear with my point? Are you guys clear with my point?
Yes,
okay,
sir.
entities and repositories and binding classes are available. Anybody having any questions on these classes as of now?
Sir, those entities and repos are similar to database tables, whereas this binding DTO POJOs are similar to the UI screens, right, sir?
UI screens, correct.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Entities are related to DB tables. Repositories are used to perform the operations. Bindings are used to map the UI forms to the Java object to capture the form data from the UI. Then we are taking these DTO classes.
Right, sir.
In the first project, we have not taken the DTO. In the first project, entity only we used as a form binding, but that is not a best practice. Okay. In the real time, we need to follow this approach. Next one. Coming to services, guys. So here, coming to the services, I'm going to take one service which is called user service.java. I will take one service with a name called user service.java. Okay, in this user service.java, first we need to get all the countries. Okay, so there will be one method. That method is going to be public list of country, public list of country, and we can say that get countries. We need to get all the countries to display in the drop down. So as given in the requirement, country values should come from the database and should display here. So to fetch the countries from the database, we can write one method get countries, but country is a entity. So entity, we should not send it to the UI directly. So that's why what I will do is I will take a map here. Inside the map, I will take country ID as a key, country name as a value, map key comma value. So get countries, I will get all the countries in the form of key and value. Key is going to be country ID, value is going to be country name. Get countries, I need to get all the countries available in the table because I need to display all the countries in the drop down. I need to display all the countries in the drop down. For that, I will use a method called get countries method. I'm taking the return type as map. Map is used to store the data in the form of key and value. Similarly, when this country is selected, based on that country selection, I need to get the state. If I select India, only India states should come. If I select US, only US states should come. So for this, we are going to write a method get states. Get states. Okay. To get the states, I need to have the country ID. So for get states method, I will pass country ID as a parameter. For countries method, no need of any parameter because we need to get all the countries. And I am sending the data in the form of a map, key comma value, because I need key and I need value to display in the drop down. When you select country India, India key, India ID will come. Based on the India ID, I will get the India states. Then similarly, we need one more method, get cities based on the state ID. Get cities will be available and based on the state ID, whatever the state, if you select state as Telangana, then based on the Telangana ID, I will get the cities, because in the cities table, if you see in the cities table, state ID is available. So whatever the state you select, based on that state ID, I will get the cities. These three methods are used for user registration, page display. Okay, I need to get all the countries. Based on the country selection, I need to get all the states. Based on the state selection, I need to get all the cities. For that, we are taking three methods here. And then next up, for a duplicate registration check, we need to write one method which is used to get the user record is available or not available. Public boolean, check user presence or check duplicate email check, something like that. So public boolean, I need to see whether user record is already available or not. Public boolean duplicate email check method. I will take the email ID as a parameter. With this email ID, if record is already available, then return true. Duplicate email check is true or false. So when user is trying to register, we need to stop the duplicate email registrations. For that, I am writing one method. Then next one, I'm going to implement registration. Boolean save user. Boolean save user. To save the user, we are getting register form DTO. Register form DTO, I will take it as a parameter. So whenever user registered, the form data will come using registration form DTO. That DTO data I will convert into my entity data and I will insert the record. If the record is inserted, I will return true. Otherwise, I will return false value. This is the save user. And the next one, login. User login. So for the user login form will come. For user login form will come. So for this, I will take public user login. Public user login. Login form DTO object will be available. Okay. So when user is logged in, that email ID and password will come as a method. So that method parameter I'm taking as an object and I will return user object. With the given email ID and password, if the record is available, I will return the object. In that object, you can understand password reset status. If it is yes, then go to the dashboard. If it is no, then go to the reset password page. Then go to the reset password page. Login method. For login method, I am taking user as a parameter. If I take a boolean, I can't implement the requirement. True or false. True means login success. False means login failure. Okay. If it is true, how do you understand whether user password reset is already completed or reset is not completed? So that is the reason from the login method, I'm taking user entity or user object as a parameter. Okay. User object I'm going to take as a parameter. For this here, I need to take one class called user dto.java. So which will represent user data. So here I'm taking user DTO. For the login method, I'm taking user DTO. So directly, we should not send the entities to the controllers. That's why I'm taking a DTO class, which will represent the user entity data, user DTO.java. So when user login, I will return user DTO. If user DTO is null, nothing but invalid credentials. If user DTO is available, then I will check password reset is yes or no. If a password reset is no, display reset password page. If a password reset is yes, then display dashboard page. So that is the reason for login method I am taking user DTO object as a return type. Parameter is form binding object, return type is user DTO object. So if user DTO, understand carefully. For the login method, I'm taking user DTO object. If user DTO is null, that means invalid credentials. If user DTO is not null, that means valid login. But is it first login or second login? Password reset column value. If it is no, that means display reset password page. If it is yes, then directly display the dashboard page. So this is for user login. If anybody take a boolean value as a return type, that is a mistake. With this boolean, you can't implement the requirement. Okay. Next one, there is another method, public boolean reset user password. Reset password. So reset password form DTO is available. Reset password DTO is available. So I'm taking that as another parameter, which is used to reset the user password. Public map get countries, which is used to get all the countries available in the table for the drop down. Public get states, based on the country ID, we are going to get the states. Public get cities, based on the state ID, we will get the cities. Duplicate email check, whether user already registered with that email ID or not. Save user to insert the user record. Login to check user login functionality. Reset password, once the login is successful, user will get the reset password page to update the password. Are you clear with my point? And I'm going to take one more service class here, which is called dashboard service. Dashboard service.java. In the dashboard service.java, I will write one method, public string get quote, random quote. Okay. So the random quote we are going to get a quote here. Get quote method will be available. When user is logged in, we are going to get the quotation. Get quote method will talk to third party API and will get the quotations. So I will give you another third party API which will give the quotation. Once your login is successful, when you go for the dashboard page, get quote method will be available. So this method is responsible to get the quotation from the third party API and send it to the user. Okay. So this is our service methods that we need to write in the application. Along with this one, I need to take one util class in the project, which is email utils. Email utils.java I'm going to take. In this, there will be a method called public boolean send email. For this, we will take a string subject, string body, string to address. because in our application, email sending is available. When user is registered, then we need to send the email for the user. To send the email for the user, I'm taking a separate class called email utils.java. Public boolean send email method I'm going to write, that is used to send the emails to the user. So that email user will take subject, body, and to address. What is the subject of your email? What is the body of your email? To whom you want to send the email? Which user is registered? For that user, we need to send the email. Which user is registered in our application? For that user, we need to send the email. Are you able to understand my point? Now you tell me how many people has done the mistakes in the Java classes analysis. I have given 48 hours of time to do the analysis. If you have not done the analysis, that means you are dumb. I can't do anything. If you have done some analysis, then please compare your analysis with my analysis. Then tell me your analysis is matching with my analysis or not. Whatever the classes I am taking, and whatever the interfaces I am taking, and whatever the methods I am taking. Come on.
Only user DTO class was not there. Other everything is correct.
Okay. That's fine. Just compare it, sir. This is experienced person analysis. So you compare. If you have done some mistakes, no need to feel bad about it because you are learning. If you have not done anything, then your money is waste. There is no use of joining the project batch if you are not doing this analysis before coming to the class. Nobody can help you. If you have done some analysis, then please compare your analysis is matching with my analysis or not. If you can do this kind of analysis, then nobody can stop you as a developer. You can work in any company, you can work on any type of project. If you can do this kind of analysis before starting the coding part, you can work in any type of company, you can work in any type of project. Because you know where to start and how to do the development. If you are not able to do the analysis, then there is a problem. Because tomorrow in the company, nobody will tell you what are the tables we need to take, what are the relationships we need to take, what are the classes we need to create, what are the methods, right? Identifying these methods is very, 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 very important for the developer. Identifying these methods is very, very, very important for the developer. And that too, what parameters we are taking for the method, what return types we are taking for the method, that is very crucial. If you guys are not able to do this analysis, that means you are not doing your course properly. So the biggest problem for the students is no faculty will teach this analysis in the course. Generally, what people will do in core Java or advanced Java Spring Boot, faculty will take one topic, faculty will develop one example. In the class, they will write the code and faculty will share the code with the students. Students will feel that they are learning the course, but actually they are doing the copy paste only in the course. So faculties will not teach you how to do the requirement analysis, database analysis, and classes analysis. If you do this kind of analysis for 4 or 5 mini projects, then definitely your analysis skills will improve, your coding skills also will improve. But unfortunately, in any institute, people will not teach this kind of analysis. So can you see the difference between your previous trainings and this project training? Is there any difference or there is no difference?
Yes,
Guys, difference is there or difference is not there?
Yes, sir. I also attended Java, some other in institute. They didn't take this much actually. Basically,
Okay.
they will go with the basics of core Java and they'll complete the project. I
Right.
also pinged you that. So Ashok, one thing here, just can you scroll down a bit? So in last project also I was supposed to asking. So I also did the same kind of design, but I created the register service, user service, and what is reset service. So I think 3 service. So if you
creating multiple services, that is fine, but it is a mini project, right? That's why I have taken all User related functionalities I have taken in one service class only.
Yeah. So here, we are not violating the single responsibility principle, right? Because all are related to the user only.
User only in one class, dashboard functionality in one class.
One class.
We are
Okay.
not violating.
So this will create more cohesion and a loose coupling, right?
Loosely coupling, correct. Sir.
Loosely
That is
coupling.
the reason, that is the main reason I'm separating entities and DTOC here. Form bindings are separate, our database entities are separate. In the first project, we have combined entity and form binding single class. But now, as we are getting experience in the development, I'm adding some best practices that we need to follow while developing projects in the industry.
Yeah. So I heard that the DTO, the main purpose of DTO is that to make the
transfer the
security
data from one layer to another layer.
Layer security. So one more thing. So why you added the email service as a utility? So we can add a service,
You can keep
right?
as a separate service also. That's no problem. Email utility means so you can be used this in multiple places. Generally, we'll call it as utility classes, or you can keep it as a separate service also. Anything is fine.
Oh, then it's fine.
So if I keep it as a separate service, then I will take it as email service.java.
Yeah, okay. That only I decided in that way. So only I'm asking.
So email service.java. In that service, we are writing a method which is used to send the emails to the users when they register. So we need to generate a random password and we need to send that password. Basically, this is send email method we will call from the save user method. When user is saved in the database, that means registration completed. When the user registration got completed, immediately we will send the email to the user with the password to log in.
Login. Okay. So I added one more util class for the password encryption. So directly instead of saving the direct value,
do that. You can do it.
We can do that, right? Okay.
Password encryptions also we can add it. In the major project, I will add that.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Hello, sir.
Guys, come on. Check it. Sir. Compare your analysis and my analysis. Difference here, difference nahi hai bhai.
Yes, sir.
Huge difference, sir.
Sir, in user service, it is user update details. It will not.
Sorry, can you come again?
Yeah, user update details in user service.
User update details. Reset password मतलब वो update करते हैं ना?
Is only sir password or suppose we have to change
anything. Reset password. No, currently you check the requirements, sir. Is there any page to update the details of user? No, right?
No, no.
Just password update karna hai. So I am giving the methods according to the document only. So for a software developer, FDD document is Bhagavad Gita, Bible, and Quran. Whatever is there in the document, we need to follow the same.
Okay.
So you can't go out of this FDD. So it is Bhagavad Gita, it is Bible, and it is Quran for the developers. We need to follow the document.
Okay, got it. Yes.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, which type of design pattern we are using in this?
That is later point of time. We'll come to that point, sir. First, this is a mini project only. We are not adding any separate design patterns. Our main agenda of design, main agenda of mini project to improve your analysis skill, to improve your coding skills. Design patterns all comes under best practices. We are not following the design patterns now. In the major project, we will do that.
Okay, okay.
And starting when I am starting the mini projects. What is the main agenda of developing the mini projects, guys?
Getting familiarity with it.
So this is the big point for the students. Actually, our batch is 27 JRTP, right?
Yes, sir.
Up to 12 JRTP. From first JRTP to my first JRTP started in the 2016. 2016 I have started 2017, I think so. In the 2017 I have started my first JRTP batch. At that time Ashok IT is not there. I was a trainer in other institute in the Amirpet as a part-time. So I started first JRTP batch there. So I have taken 9 JRTP batches in that institute. For these 10 JRTP batches, this mini projects concept was not there, guys. Initially, directly our course pattern is only 2.5 months. Directly we will start in the first up to JRTP 01 JRTP to now you are in the 27 JRTP. 01 JRTP to 10 JRTP batches. The course content was different. Directly we will explain introduction part for the project, whatever that we have discussed. Then we explain tools for them. Then we will explain major project for them. Then interview guidance was there. Directly. This is my syllabus in the JRTP 1 to 10 batches. Introduction, tools, major project, interview guidance. At that time, the course used to complete in 2 months of time directly, because so initially we have planned like this. Then later point of time, I have realized that people who are completing the Java courses, Java frameworks also, the biggest challenge that they are facing is analysis part. Then from 11 JRTP onwards, from 11 JRTP, our syllabus got changed. So we included mini projects concept here, extra mini projects added. So with this mini project, before mini projects now directly, after tools completed directly, we use it to develop one major project and we will give the interview guidance. Within 2 months, project batch will be completed. But after 10 batches, I got the reality. I realized that after completing the projects also, some people are not confident. Why? Because whatever the code I am writing, I'm sharing that code and they are executing the same code and they are feeling that project is completed. But once they go for the interview or once they go for the job, they face some problems. They are unable to handle the new requirements in the companies. Then I realized, okay, so for people, we should not teach coding directly. For people, first we need to teach analysis part. We need to change the thought process of a student. So students should know whenever a requirement is given for the student, they should know how to read it, how to understand, how to design, how to code, how to test, and how to deliver. So that's where these mini projects concept got added from my 11 JRTP batch. Then from my 15 JRTP, from 15 JRTP batches, we have added AWS plus Linux. AWS plus Linux added from 15 JRTP. From 18 JRTP onwards, we have added Angular for the batch. Earlier, we used to develop UI with time leaf only monolithic applications. From 18 JRTP, Angular added for microservices. Full stack development added from 18 JRTP. Okay, so initially this was the syllabus up to 10 JRTPs. Then mini projects added from the 11th JRTP. So up to 15 JRTP batches, our project was developed using monolithic architecture only. From the 18th JRTP onwards, we are doing as a full stack development, that is Angular added. So earlier I used to teach health insurance application which I developed in the Deloitte. But what the problem happened, from last 5-6 years onwards, we are teaching the same project, right? When people go for the interview with that health insurance application, there are so many employees are recognizing if they keep this insurance project, they are from Ashok IT. And practically, so more than 20 to 25 people told me, sir, by looking at the resume, they told that you are from which JRTP batch? Because the person who is taking the interview also from your JRTP batch only. By looking at our resume, they are understanding that you are from Ashok IT. People are recognizing and some people are rejecting in the interviews also because so many people going with the same project in the resume. So that is the reason from 26 JRTP onwards, I changed the project from insurance to e-commerce application. So this is the history of our Java project batches. So earlier I used it from up to 25 batches. I have taken one project only, health insurance project. Now I have decided for every 2 years I am going to change the project, or for every 1 year I will change the project. Now we are working on e-commerce project as a major project. Okay, initially the mini projects was not added. AWS Linux was not there. Angular was not there. Now everything we are giving as part of our JRTP. That's the reason course duration from 2 months, it increased to 4 months of time. Earlier it was only 2 months. Now the course duration became 4 months. So this mini projects is going to take approximately 20 days of time. 2 mini projects, at least 2 weeks of time it will take. AWS Linux will take 2 weeks of time. Anyhow, Angular you are learning separately for free of cost. And finally, we are going to develop a major project here. So that is the reason I'm telling you, before coming to this JRTP, you should know Spring Boot. I can't teach Spring Boot concepts here because already our JRTP syllabus became very vast. The syllabus is huge. Within 3 months, it's not possible to complete because 20 tools I have to cover. 2 mini projects I have to cover, AWS and Linux I have to teach, Angular separately you are attending anyhow, and major project we need to develop from the scratch. A front end, back end completely we need to develop for e-commerce application. That is the reason. So great things will take time. Duration you have to compromise if you want to learn all this content. And anyhow, Angular you are attending parallelly. If you don't attend Angular parallelly, then our course may take 7 to 8 months also.
Sir, Spring Boot is included in this course, sir? That is
No,
a
sir. In the
separate.
JRTP, Spring Boot is not included. It is a
Not
separate.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Because JRTP syllabus is huge. It is taking 4 months of time for only JRTP for project development. And I'm sure once you complete our JRTP batch, that is going to be your last course as a student. Because everything required to get the job, to survive in the job also you are learning here. So JRTP is one of my favorite course in Ashok IT, and that is very, very, very powerful and useful course for the students. If you complete the JRTP with the proper guidance, with the proper practice and proper analysis, definitely you will become very good independent developer. You can do the development work on your own. You no need to take anybody's support. You no need to depend on someone to complete your work. You can do the tasks on your own. You can learn anything on your own. The self-learning skills you are going to get if you do this JRTP. That is the reason for every project, before starting the coding, before starting analysis, I'm giving 1 or 2 days of time so that you will think, you will understand what is the problem. You need to realize what is your capability as a developer. So for me, teaching this project within 2 days, I can do it. When I give the requirement directly, I can tell you the database and classes, but you will not, you can learn that project, this project development. But tomorrow, if they give some new requirement, then again you need to come to me. So I want to make you and me loosely coupled. So I don't want you as my permanent student. I don't want you to pay the money to me every year. I want to make you loosely coupled with the institute, so that once you do the course, you need to become independent. Tomorrow, once you go to the job, anything that comes to your bucket as a developer, you should be able to do it on your own. That skill I'm trying to teach you guys. It will take time. Analysis. Now you see, from first project to second mini project, is there any improvement in your thought process? Not 100%, but at least some percentage, 10 to 20% of improvement is there. Will you agree with me? Is there any improvement in your thought process from first project to second project?
Yes, sir, definitely.
Yes, sir. Yes, 100%.
Yes, sir.
Yes, there is some difference is there. There is some difference. If you guys really try this before coming to the class, if you try this analysis, then definitely there will be an improvement. Second mini project coding, then we will see huge difference when you go for the major project development. Again, major project will be there. You need to analyze, you need to design, and as a teamwork, we are going to work on the major project. So huge difference will be there, guys. So that is the reason every time I'm telling you guys, don't expect code from me. First, you try to do it. You may fail or you may pass, that's different story. First, you need to keep your effort. You need to try things on your own. Then you will understand. Then you will understand. First, you do the analysis. Anyhow, I will do it in the class. As I told you, everything will be developed in front of you. Live coding will be there. You compare your work with my work. Then you will know where you are doing the mistake. Still, if you are lazy, if you are not doing analysis before coming to the class, can I do any help? Can I do anything? No. So you need to realize this is for your career. This is for your job. So you need to be focused. You need to do the homework. If you don't do the homework, you will be the loser. I will not lose anything. If you don't do the analysis before coming to the classes, so whatever the analysis I'm explaining, if you try something, then you will understand what is your mistake and you can correct it. If you don't do it, you can see everything is easy. When you look at somebody analysis, it will be easy for you until you don't try. If you try this before coming to the class, then you will know the fact. What is your weak point as a developer? Why you are not confident as a developer? Okay, so that's the reason I'm requesting you. Please complete the analysis before coming to the class and try to start the coding part before I'm going to explain.
Sir, in this service class, I understand that we have those submit buttons, login buttons. Based on that, we have these service methods, right, sir?
In
Like save
between the
user,
buttons
login,
and
reset,
services, controllers
get
will
code.
come. Controllers
Uh,
will come in between these services.
Sir, can you add static methods also in our project?
Static methods currently you can add it, but not required.
How to use, sir?
We will come to that, sir. We'll come to when to use a static method. We will tell you. Generally, for this method, you can go for static. Basically, when your class is not dealing with any instance variables, then you can go for the static methods and static concept.
Sir, my question is send email makes sense, get code makes sense, reset password makes sense, login makes sense, save user makes sense, duplicate email makes sense, sir. But get states, get cities, get countries, we don't have
For
any
a drop
button in
down,
the
sir, we need to get those methods for drop downs data.
drop down action there.
Yes, to display the data in the drop down, these methods will give the data from the database.
Yeah, sure. I think every Ajax call we should have one API, right? That's what you mentioned, right?
Ajax call, so that Ajax calls will talk to the controller, sir. I will create a controller so that user controller, dashboard controller will be available.
Yeah.
So Ajax call will come to that controller part. I'm going to take two controllers here. So one is called as user controller.
Import controllers.
And another one is dashboard controller.
So my question is like, in earlier project, we don't have that Ajax one because we used to, I think, submit only data from form to.
Yes, sir. In the previous project, Ajax is not there. In this project, Ajax will come.
Here for dropdown to get the data from the database to UI, we are, I think, you're using Ajax, correct? Okay.
When country selected, then Ajax call will happen to get the states.
So
when the
here,
state selected, Ajax call will happen to get the cities.
Okay. Here, why we are, I think you're using map. I gave like list of country, list of state, everything is correct. Why you are having that?
You can do that also, sir. My only intention, I don't want to expose entity classes. If you use list of country is basically entity, right? Country entity you need to take. Entities, it's not recommended to send the entities to the UI pages directly. I want to make them loosely coupled. So that is the reason I'm using.
Okay.
Map I have taken. You can take the list of countries, list of states also, no problem. Then your entities will be exposed to the UI pages. Generally, we don't do that in the real time.
Okay.
But my point?
Sir, this application is a monolithic application, sir.
Correct. That means everything
so when
we are
convert
developing as a single project. Everything we are developing in one project, so that's why it is called as a monolith. Major project is going to be microservices project.
Sir, for the login, we are returning that DTO, right, sir, instead of Boolean. What is the reasoning behind that, sir? Like you said, we need to get that reset
so
thing. That's why.
If you return a Boolean, then what will happen? Can you tell me?
Right, sir. We get a true or false, sir.
What
is the meaning of true?
And validations.
True means
What is
logged
the
in,
meaning
sir.
of true?
Successfully logged in, sir.
After login, which page you will display? True means login success. After login success, which page you will display?
Same page, sir. We just display the message at the top and we display the same login page. I mean,
if login
dashboard.
is successful, you will display the same page. Yeah?
No, sir. Dashboard, it has to go, sir. Dashboard type of page. Next page.
Direct in the requirement, is there any, suppose if the login is successful, dashboard, what is this point? Can you read this point?
Oh, it has to go to reset page, sir.
Then how do you know that? Whether to display reset page or dashboard page? If you return true, as per your understanding, for login method, if you return true, that means login is successful. After login is successful, you will display reset password page or you will display dashboard page. How do you understand? How do you recognize that?
Right. So if it is true, I will directly do the dashboard page, sir, usually.
Then what about this page? When this page will come?
Right, sir. First time it has to come, sir, this one.
Then how do you understand whether it is the first time or second time if you are returning true?
Right, sir. Right, sir. Yeah.
You got my point.
Challenge. Yeah.
So that is the reason I'm taking object.
Okay, sir.
Okay, guys. So now check it. How many people analysis gone wrong from the Java side? Please respond in the chat box. I want to know how many people are doing the correct analysis, how many people are doing the wrong analysis. Could you please message in the chat box? My Java analysis is wrong. Come on, quickly.
Yeah, sure. I think what the app.js means about JavaScript. Right? Okay, I also create for HTML. Okay, you are, I think, making the loosely coupled, I think, JavaScript a separate file, right? Instead of integrating
Correct. So
the
Ajax
register.
code I will keep in the JS file.
Yeah, okay, okay. So here register file, I think HTML only required Ajax. Other things not required Ajax.
Not required, yes.
Come
on,
sir,
guys,
what are the
quickly.
methods in the controller? What methods we have, sir, again?
We will write them, sir. Login method.
Okay.
For every page, 2 methods we need. Login page, 2 methods. Registration page, 2 methods. Or dashboard page method. Reset password page method. Multiple methods will come in the controller.
Got it, sir. So I'm not able to understand the Ajax part, sir. Where the Ajax is coming from, sir?
I will explain, sir. I will explain.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Sir, this login page, I have one doubt.
Yes.
So after registration, so when should go to reset? I mean, we are not giving password. So in order to identify that we are logging in first time, we have to give password and username. So password itself we are not giving. I mean,
Password you will get to email, sir. That is what I told you in the requirement document. If you see, whenever you are registering, you are not giving the password.
Yeah.
Right? What is this one?
You should generate random password. Yeah, okay.
You will get the password to your email, right? With that email, you will log in.
Okay, using that password, when we click on login, then automatically it will go to
reset password page.
Reset password. Okay, got it, got it. Yeah, thank you.
So that is what requirement understanding is very important first. Without having the clarity on the requirement, we can't do this analysis. You got my point? Guys, come on. I did not get the message from the people. How many has done the mistake? How many people has done the mistake in the analysis part? Could you please respond quickly?
So this is like bottom up approach, right, sir, in terms of analysis and development?
Yes, first analysis, then development. If you directly start the development, you can't complete properly. So
I mean to say we are right, sir. We are starting from entities and then we are going to service, then we are going to controller, then we are going to UIS, right, sir? That is kind of
from the
bottom
back
up.
end we will start always.
Right, sir. Right, sir. So some people start from top also, right, sir? The top to bottom.
That's
that
not
is
good
correct?
practice, basically.
Right, sir. Right, sir. Yeah.
So little bit I'm confused about the JP repository update function. So it is JP repository update function not available.
Save method will work as update also. Sir, save method is called upsert method in the JPA, which is used to save the record as well as update the record. We have already used in the first project.
Yes, sir. So
inquiry
there is one
we
more
have
function.
Added and inquiry we have updated. Save method is called upsert method. Update plus insert.
Okay. And sir, one function is there also save and flush.
Save and flush, yes, sir. We can use it to, it's like a commit operation.
Okay. I mean, in the normal function, there's no commit. I mean, if I'm using save and flush, it's going to commit.
You don't need to commit.
Okay.
Sir, how to design controllers? Like for each entity, there will be one controller.
Sorry?
How to design controllers? Like how
yes, sir.
to...
For every page, we need 2 methods per controller, sir. So when you go for user controller, for login, we will need 1 method. For registration, we need 1 method. And for reset password, we need 1 method. And for loading the states, loading cities, we need methods. For registration, for password, logout, we need methods. So basically, index method is available in the controller. I will write the controller methods on the fly. When you are going to start the development, I will write the methods.
Yes.
Okay. Sir, how many number of controllers we need? How do we know, sir? Like
in user controller, approximately we are going to write 9 to 10 methods in the user controller. In the dashboard controller, 1 method we are going to write.
So, sir, how do we know how many number of controllers we have to write, sir? We may think like reset controller might be one other controller, something like
It
that, right?
depends on, sir. If it is a huge project, right? For every
Right.
project, one controller they will take. If it is a simple project, one or two controllers sufficient. If it is a big project, then for every page, a separate controller will be available in the real time.
Okay, sir. Okay, makes sense.
Hello, sir. Can you please explain about that bottom to top approach? Because I used to start from entity.
Sir,
Can
whenever you are going to develop a project, this is the approach, sir. First, we need to complete the database design. Then Java design you should be completing. Then you should start the development and testing. From the back end, we are going to start the work always, not from the front end. Okay, so today I want you people to create the project and start working on the coding. So from tomorrow, I'm going to start the coding part for this project, guys. Again, I'm telling you, so please don't wait for me to complete the coding. I want you people to start the coding part. So I have given the structure of tables, entities, and classes. So create the project, create the entities, repositories, and the binding classes, services. Start doing the implementation before coming to tomorrow session. So please take this chance and do the coding on your own. So from tomorrow, I will start the coding part for this. Okay, good. Thank you guys. Have a great day. We'll see you again
Sir,
in the tomorrow session.
I have one question on that previous project, sir. Can I quickly share my screen, sir? I just have
Sir, I
one.
told you I will share my code today, sir. You just please check that once.
Right, sir. Right, sir.
Okay,
Because
I
when I
forgot to
save
upload in the
it,
Git repository. I will do that.
yeah, I keep getting null session null, sir. If you have a minute, I can quickly share it, sir.
Yeah, share it, sir. Share it.
Okay, 1 second. Share. Okay, where is the screen? Yeah, here. Okay. No, sorry. Yeah. Okay. Okay, here, sir. Okay. Let me stop it, sir. Sir, this one is not very this cosmetic thing I did not bother, sir. Only look and feel. I mean, I'm getting the functionality, sir. Only thing is, I did not use completely those get bootstrap things, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, but I just want to show you quickly. It is starting here, and I go to my page. Once it starts, I think it started now. Yeah, it started. So as soon as I give my password admin, it comes to that dashboard page, sir. And here, as soon as I click it here, I'm getting, this is not very, please excuse me about this, you know, that look and feel, sir. I will beautify it later on. But as soon as I click this save, right, sir, it is basically throwing this type of ID
Go
must
to
not
that
be
method where you have that save functionality.
It's
Add inquiry.
Right, sir.
Can you show me the console error? What you are getting in the console?
Right, sir.
Console, Java console.
Oh, yeah, yes.
IDE console. Scroll up in the console. Scroll up. Yeah, scroll down 1 minute. ID must not be null.
Right, sir. I have one typo here in the counselor number. I missed N, but I'm using the same all throughout actually. That I should have been corrected, but I have the
Here
same
counselor
column here
ID.
also.
Counselor ID
yeah.
coming as a null value for you. Go to login method.
Yeah.
Login method. Controller
Yes,
method.
sir. Yes. Login is here, sir. Yeah.
Sir, here get session, you need to pass to true there, sir. Get session true.
True. Oh, by default it's false, sir. If
True.
I don't pass anything.
And here your key contains counselor ID here. Line number 46. Copy that key.
Right. Right, sir.
And go and use that key only when you are getting the counselor ID in the add method, add inquiry method. Your key is wrong, that's why you are not getting that ID. Here, get attribute of key. Line number 63.
Right, sir.
That is a mistake. Key which is not matching. Whatever the data you are storing with the key, that key you are not using to retrieve the data. That is the problem.
So whatever I set in the login, that is the same one I have to get it here, right, sir?
Yes,
Same
then
counselor
only it
ID.
will recognize your keys. Na?
Got it, sir. Let me run it quickly. 1 second, sir. starting. Okay, start completed. Okay, started. Okay. Go back to the base. Okay, login. Some query fired here. See that? Okay, add inquiry. Okay. Something. Some integer value. Save. Okay, sir.
Now it is
Inquiry
another
repo query
problem.
mistake.
Inquiry is inserted successfully. Then there is another mistake.
Inquiry forms are now. It says ENQ. No, client.
This is another problem.
Inquiry forms are. This is coming from the template.
Go to
somewhere
the add inquiry method. There you are doing the mistake.
The controller, sir, or in the form, sir?
Controller.
Okay.
One
Where
minute.
is it saying, sir? Is it
NQ? After adding the inquiry, let's copy that line number 51. 50 and 51. Copy the 50 and 51 lines data. Copy that.
Okay.
50 and 51 both.
Oh, sorry. 50, 51. Okay, sir.
Copy.
Add
it after 71.
71 here.
71.
Okay, here. Okay, after else block. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Now it will solve your problem.
Okay, sir. 1 second, sir. Let me restart quickly.
Okay, good. You can try that. Fine, guys. Thank you. I'm stopping now.
Yeah.
We'll meet
Okay,
again
sir.
in the tomorrow session. Thank you,
Okay,
guys.
sir. Thank you, sir. Yeah.